Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. And big breaking news this afternoon. You thought the spending had stopped at Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia, but you are wrong. Like DJ Khaled, another one. Chelsea have reached an agreement in principle with Michael Olise from Crystal Palace. Long-term contract, fee around £35 million reportedly. But before we dive into all that, guys, make sure you smash a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're racing towards 6K, so please subscribe if you haven't done so. Every new subscriber helps. And let's dive into it then. The French Revolution seems to be continuing. The spending is continuing at Todd Boehly's Billionaire Blues. And French journalist Fabrice Hawkins, who is pretty reliable, pretty spot on with a lot of things. He's the only one reporting it so far, but I think that there will be more confirmation of this in due course. So, agreement in principle has been reached between Crystal Palace and Chelsea for Michael Olise. The signing of, I think, the French international is becoming clearer. Compensation. So the fee is close to the clause, which is slightly less than 40 million euros, so around 35 million pounds. Olise agreement with CFC revealed by RMC Sport, and it's obviously going to be another long-term contract. Same article stating that Chelsea and Michael Olise have had an agreement on personal terms for around 10 days, and we are on track to welcome another French player to the squad. Yeah, guys, I think we knew this one was coming. I think this was one that had been in the works for a while. We know that Chelsea have needed another attacking midfield player, another attack-minded player, given Christopher Nkunku's injury and the players that have left from those positions over the summer. Olise fits the bill. He fits the age bracket, early 20s, and he adds a lot of creativity to the side. Yes, his goal scoring isn't necessarily the best, but he can operate in that number 10 role. He can operate wide on the right, and he can even operate in the number 8 if necessary. And if you only have to look at his Premier League assists last season to see how creative he was in, let's be honest, a pretty poor Crystal Palace side. These are the assists for last season, and Olise was fourth in the assists, or maybe third if you want to call it, because joint second Salah and Trossard. 11 assists last season, which is very, very good if you think about it. You know, considering how Crystal Palace played, the fact that Roy Hodgson came in towards the end of the season to try and steady the ship, the fact that there's not many goals in that side. You know, you've got the likes of Odsonne Edouard up front, Mateta, who doesn't know where the back of the net is to save his life. The fact that he's got 11 assists bodes very well for coming to Chelsea and playing with some much better quality players and a really exciting group of young attacking talent that is currently being built at Stamford Bridge, and I think he can play a big part in pushing us on to the next level. Of course, where this kind of begs the question, where does he fit in? You know, we've already got attacking talent. Obviously, Nicholas Jackson and Armando Broja are going to be leading the line. Olise wouldn't be in that situation anyway, but you're looking at the sort of the three behind the centre forward. You've got Raheem Sterling, you've got Mykhailo Mudryk, you've got Noni Madueke, you've got Christopher Nkunku in there. Yes, he's injured. Angelo's gone on loan, of course. Carney Chukwuemeka can play in the 10 as well, potentially. You've got Cassidy on loan. But I think Olise fits very nicely into that sort of three behind the striker, and he can play in that number 10 role, so he can easily fill in there whilst Nkunku's injured, and he can also rotate on that right-hand side with Raheem Sterling or Noni Madueke or whoever it might be. So we're adding another very technical player, another very creative player to our attacking mix. And look, it's going to be between him and Mohamed Kudus. The Athletic reporting this morning that Chelsea actually ideally want to add 2 more attackers. So potentially we could still see Mohamed Kudus come to the club maybe. But I think a move for Michael Olise does make a lot of sense. He doesn't have to relocate much. It will still be in London. He knows the club well because he's been at the club in the academy as a youngster. He came through at Cobham, so he knows it inside out. He knows what it means to play for the club, and his brother is actually still at the academy at Cobham anyway, so it's a bit of a family connection still there. So yeah, it's huge. It makes sense, and for a fee of around £35 million, I'll tell you what, for a player of his quality, you know, luckily that clause is in there because he's worth at least 50-60 million pounds in this current market, and I can see him fitting in really, really well to this Chelsea side. There's no doubt in my mind. Again, further reports coming out as I'm recording this video that Chelsea have received positive feedback from Olise's camp in recent days. So this is all heading in the right direction to a deal being done and concluded, you would have to think pretty soon. Look, I'm excited by it. Again, people will have their preferences. Some people would have preferred Kudus. I've said many times that I feel that Mohamed Kudus is a better fit for a Mauricio Pochettino system. Just he's more versatile, etc. But you know, Michael Olise, no two ways about it. A very, very talented boy. Also a set piece specialist as well. He's got a good free kick on him. So yeah, there's more things to like there. Look, I think there's very little to dislike about this, and there's this myth that he's an injury-prone player. Yes, he's out with a hamstring injury right now, but if you look into his injury history, there is not an awful lot of issues there at all. And you know, I'm sure Chelsea would have done their due diligence into his medical history, looking at his injury records, what sort of injuries he picks up, etc., amount of time missed, and all that. And his injury record, from what I've looked into, is not a huge issue at all. And I think we are getting a very talented player. I think we're getting him for a very, very good price. And we're getting someone that has proven that they can be creative in a poor side, and think how much better they could be in a better side. I think he'll see a lot of minutes this season, particularly with Nkunku's injury at this point in time as well. So he's certainly going to play a lot of minutes this first half of the season. Himself, not quite fully fit yet anyway. But that shouldn't be a reason for us not to sign him. He should hopefully feature after the international break in September, I would imagine, at this point in time. But yeah, guys, those are just my initial thoughts on the breaking news that Michael Olise, Chelsea have got an agreement in principle with Crystal Palace for around £35 million for the attacking midfield player. And it looks like he could be coming back home to Stamford Bridge, guys. This is great news. It's exciting news. We need attacking reinforcements, which I know sounds mad, but a lot of left. We need to spend a little bit more money. Olise looks like he's going to be the next one through the door. So yeah, people, that's just my thoughts on the breaking news. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Does this signing of Michael Olise excite you? How do you see him fitting in? As always, guys, make sure you smash a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're racing towards 6K. Every new subscriber helps, so click that subscribe button. It takes seconds. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you again in another video soon. Take care, up the Chelsea, and peace out, people.